Hello there, puzzle friends again. We are here today with another video about jigsaw puzzles, and as you can see in front of me, I have 3 jigsaw puzzles. They are all from the brand Djeco, with a little gecko. So today, as you imagine, we will do another puzzle brand review about the Djeco brand. The Djeco brand is a brand from France, and it's a brand that actually it's a family brand. So it started with the mother in the 1950s, was put to the rest as the young child, which is probably the head of the brand now, was growing up. As he grew up to his teens, and he became a young adult. He went traveling around the world. He gathered ideas around the world. He gathered games and toys around the world that were not available at the time in France, and he did take all these ideas and make his ideas, make his unique patterns, and he made all the brand that is today. The brand, having that said, is a brand that has many toys and many games, so it has a wide range of products. But as usual, as in Jigsaw Puzzle channel, we will concentrate most of the Jigsaw Puzzle range they have. So here you see in front of me some samples. As usual, they are not only restricted to these samples. The brand is most of the time with a smaller amount of pieces, such as the 200 as we have here, or the 500, or something else. But you can also find pieces, jigsaw puzzles that have 1000 pieces, which is this one here. The themes, as you see, are some maps, some animals, some fantasy animals or fantasy things, should I say. They tend to be so illustrated, more on that would appeal to a child or to a young teenager or something like of that sort. But then again, as we usually say, there is a child in all of us. There is a child in all of us. So, as a child, let's see what does this puzzle brand offer. You see here some of the themes, as I said. You see here also the boxes. The boxes are, as you can see, they're quite good quality. They have a nice feeling to the touch. Let me bring one of them closer to you. They have, let's see what's on the box. They probably state the number of the pieces. They have the image, which the image is not always, in this case is also true, it's not the whole image on the front of the page. It continues to the sides, as you can see. And you can see this better on these ones. This is a part of the image, and it continues onto the sides, which makes the box kind of interesting, would I say. And it's somewhat different than the usual jigsaw puzzle boxes. It's not the only one that's like this one. There are some other artistic ones, but it's interesting for me to say. And for those who like to, let's say, showcase their boxes, well, you can see you may do this with these jigsaw puzzles. So as I said, in front you see a part of the image, as here you see the name, and here they also state the artist who is that made this drawing, and the pieces, of course, and the logo. That's clear. That's the same on this one, which is somewhat different. Here they also stay a leaflet. They also have a small booklet inside, which booklet tells you what the Mount Rushmore is, or about the Big Ben, stuff like this. I will show it to you in a moment. And let's see what's on the back. On the back you see here, it's very colorful, and actually I like this, that's like this way. And they have this one which is somewhat like this. It's very similar design, where they have the name, the Djeco, or the site, which I urge you to get. It's very interesting how they have made their site. It's also somewhat playful, the site. It's not sterile information or so. Here's the whole picture. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the whole picture, and they state that they also have a poster inside, which would be somewhat helpful for those who would like to see the picture in order to puzzle the puzzle. As usual, the dimensions in both in centimeters and inches, and the usual barcodes, the stuff that they state that it's eco-friendly, that it's made in Europe. And actually they also say here that it's made in Netherlands but designed in France. That much info was not on their site, but it's apparently on the boxes. And this box is somewhat different. Well, it's because maybe of the theme. This is a world map, and it's an observation puzzle. So you need to observe it to see what's on the map and see the differences. Here they also have many languages, where they state what's actually this is about. Let me read it for you. Around the world. Take a trip around the world to discover some of the most stunning and unusual sights on the planet. This 200-piece puzzle includes a poster and a booklet showing the names of all the monuments on the map. This actually is a jigsaw puzzle that I have done. It's the first one that I came in contact with the company, and because I really liked it, I tried to find also some bigger ones, and I did find these two, which are also yet now a part of my collection. As you see, we have the pieces, which are somewhat larger than the usual, which I expect to be the case for this one. And this one I expect them to be the regular size, because I have seen the dimensions of these puzzles. So let me take out a part of. You see the pieces are sealed in the back. We will open the other one also to see if that's the same. Let me take apart some pieces outside to see them, to show them to you. You see here they are the typical grid cut. So is what you would expect from most European companies. They are, if you see, they are more on the glossy side. So when you actually photograph them or you see them, they have so much more vibrant colors. And what's interesting about them, I would like to see if that's the case in this one too. They also have on the back side, they state that it's from the brand Djeco, and they also have this gecko, the small animal that gave the brand its name. This is about the pieces. They are clear in cut. I don't remember having any issues having to find out what goes where, but we will talk about this when I actually puzzle this puzzle for this review. And you see here, let's see, they have the poster, which I believe the poster was 1-to-1, which means when you puzzle this jigsaw puzzle, it will be as big as this one. You see some interesting details there, but not the theme. That's not the theme of this video. What the details are in this puzzle. So we have the poster, and we have the booklet, as I already told you, which you also see somewhat of a glossy ending to it. It's a very good, good quality. And they also have the names in many different languages, which I find very interesting. And some may say it's also a lexicon, a dictionary about the terms in very different languages. So you may also learn a little bit about the languages there. So let's put this aside and let's see how it actually looks on this jigsaw puzzle that's a little bit bigger. This jigsaw puzzle, as I forgot to tell you, you see they're not in a sealed wrap, they're not sealed. So on this manner they are plastic free, which is helpful for the environment, and this one is the one I will open and do for the sakes of this review. This one is called Yokai, and it's quite a quirky image, as you can see. So the box is rectangular, is quite elongated, can I say, and now we have opened it. So 500 pieces. So let's put this so that you can also see the box. The bag is elongated, which is actually quite nice. It fits nice, and the pieces look quite similar actually. Let's open it up in the plastic bag as the other one, and the grid cut, as you see. This one is more on the matte side. Compare it with the other one, you can see it. We don't have so much of a glare as the other one had, which is actually quite helping when it comes to puzzling. Well, this is something that may be disturbing if they are too glossy, but this one, they seem not to be. What's interesting. And what's also interesting, they still have this logo on the back of it. And here is also the poster, which is rolled wrap here with the the poster. We'll put this on the side for now. Maybe we can try to see if we can make this puzzle without using the poster. This is a 500 piece, and if you see the image, which I will show you again, it doesn't seem that it will be that much of a difficult to do it, but we will see just with a little video magic. And we're here again with some video magic. I could say it's somewhat 1 hour or so that we have worked on the puzzle. I have a good idea of the pieces. They are a clean cut. All of them were cut in the box. Some of them were put together, but they were cut. They just weren't apart, but they were all cut, if that's any disturbance to you. On this specific puzzle, you may see there is a pattern. There is some long ones and then some bright ones. There are some white ones. I can show you here. There are long ones and the wide ones, which means you have two possibilities, either way, this way or this way, and not 4 possibilities to put the jigsaw puzzles pieces. That means the jigsaw puzzle is a little bit easier this way. That's it, specific for this jigsaw puzzle, but doesn't mean that it would happen in all of the puzzles of the company. For example, in the map one that we saw, that was not the case. And now I want to test in front of the camera to see if we can move this chunk here. I know that it passes there, but I haven't. Here you see, you can pick it up. It will not fall that apart, but it's not completely steady as some other puzzles are, but I would say it hangs good enough. With if you watch or if you do it carefully, it will go the way you want it. Well, I need to say that this brand is a brand that I have not heard a lot of about. But then again, it may be because of the factor that they are more destined to more small children, so to say, which most of the time, at least to the communities I am, they don't post or they don't share their thoughts or something like this. So that's about it. About the price, I say they seem to have a fair price when it comes to the bigger ones, this one or the 1000 ones, and they seem to be a little bit more on the expensive side when they go to the smaller ones. I'm not sure why that is, and it can also be that the price of the 1000 piece puzzle is the same as the price of the 2000 puzzle, which is, when it comes to the time that you can spend with it, it's somewhat unusual, let's say this. But the quality is nice. The puzzles pieces look, I didn't show you this, look also somewhat thick. They pass well to each other, and I do believe if you want to puzzle more than one times, I think they will be up to the task. So when it comes to value for money, yes, I would say it's a good buy. You can find cheaper brands than this, but if you like the image, I would say you should give it a try. And I always like to say that you should give it a try because it's always subjective. I tell you my opinion, I try to be objective, but when it comes to such things, it's always subjective. If I would buy more of them, personally, yes, if I would like the picture, I would gladly buy more of them. And that's, with that, I rest my case, as they say in the court. I believe we have covered much of it. If I have forgotten anything or if you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments, or feel free to write in the comments if you have any experiences with this brand. That's it from me for today. Thanks again for watching. Happy puzzling, and until next time. Goodbye.